Yeah, what's up? This is Omar. How are you? Hope you're having a great day there. Another day, another show. Today's show is a special show. It's for my brothers and sisters, my white brothers and sisters. I got the cowboy hat on, I got the glasses, I got the horse outside in front of the yard, you know. I'm the only one in Brooklyn, New York who has a horse. You know, it's old cowboy, 100%. So today's show is about what's going on. It's actually a message. I hope you watch the show until the end because I have some videos I want to play, but it's a serious subject that I want to talk about, and it's very important to me. It's called white grievances and people who take advantage of that issue. Instead of delivering for the white America, instead of delivering things they need like healthcare, economic opportunities, hospitals, things like that, education, everything like that, they sell them the false bullshit. So especially those who make money from this idea of white grievances. I'm going to be honest with you. I agree that we should not have mass immigration in the United States. We should not have all these illegal immigrants coming into the country. That America should have borders. I agree 100%. So the issue is, before I start, is they're going about it wrong. Our white brothers and sisters who are in politics, who have these grievances, who are upset at the statute quo, they're not going about it right. They're going head first. They're scaring a lot of people. Why am I saying this? Let me give you an example of this. Okay.
Zip-tied and arrested blocks from a pride festival.
Hold on.
These guys stopped a U-Haul full of dudes.
A swarm of extremists who Idaho police say came to riot. 31 suspected white nationalists zip-tied and arrested blocks from a pride festival.
These people want violence for us, and we don't want violence for anybody.
There was at least one smoker.
Let it finish.
There was multiple shields.
Coeur d'Alene police Saturday discovered the crowd crammed in a U-Haul after a 911 caller described seeing a little army at a local hotel with masks on their faces and slogans like "Reclaim America" on their shirts.
Huh?
Police charging all 31 with conspiracy to riot, noting they planned to swarm several parts of Coeur d'Alene and carried paperwork similar to an operations plan that a police or military.
Okay, let me get rid of it. Well, the reason I showed you that video is why you need to go in these fucking trucks like furniture and walk around with these uniforms, white shirts and all this from the 1930s. You're scaring people away. You see, how is religion? When you wanna spread a religion, you spread it through good ideas and good nice conversation, make people relax. You don't scare people like that. When you're walking around in fucking trucks and running around with these uniforms and these haircuts you have, you're losing the essence of your message. I can understand. I'm going to talk very serious. This is a serious subject, and I'm going to speak my mind, and I hope a lot of people listen to it. I could understand that white Americans have this idea of being replaced or losing the majority. It's normal to be afraid or to be scared or to push back. Any country will do that. Any society will do that if they see themselves being marginalized. But there isn't any marginalization. White America is about 80% of the population, about 85% of power, and 90% of wealth. So the whole idea is that instead of going about it right, like organization, like the NACCP, you could have the WACCP to move your ideas and your grievances through great channels and accept people and bring people and align yourself with these people instead of scaring these people away. I tell you why. I want you to listen to this. This is the reason that you guys are having these issues, and you're going to lose in the end because they're demonizing white nationalism. White nationalism now is an ugly word. It's a devilish word. They made it. Now you can't use that. You should not be using that. You should I'm teaching you. You should use white advocacy that you want your rights, that you're against immigration. We were with you. If you say the right things, we will be partners with you. We will go with you. We don't want no fucking 10, 15 million unregistered people running around in the United States. It's not safe for our community or white community or any community or for the security as a whole as a nation of the United States. This is an old video. Let me show you why this is wrong.
Single person that played any form and role into trying to defend President Trump. But social media banning, following in the streets, targeting in every form and fashion. If we lose, if the president loses, they will come for us all. They will come for your children. They will come for your schools. They will come in every fashion. And they won't stop. This idea that the left is all of a sudden going to embrace the Christian ethic of forgiveness and moving on is so short-sighted. You read this article, I have it on charliekirk.com. It shows in such vivid detail that they are going to do whatever it takes to try to personally and intergenerationally destroy Donald Trump. That's how much they hate him. They hate him not because of his tweets, not because of his style. They hate him because now Gorsuch and Kavanaugh are on the Supreme Court. They hate him because the embassy is now in Jerusalem. They hate him because illegal immigration is going down. They hate him because middle-class wages are going up. They hate him because China is now being held accountable. They hate him because we're out of TPP.
Oh, bullshit.
NAFTA's been renegotiated. They hate him because all of their schemes have been put in jeopardy. All of the plans of the ruling class were obliterated by a man that they don't think should even be invited to a cocktail party, let alone become.
Okay. You see, this guy is a fucking grifter. This guy you don't need to follow. He's using scare tactic. Now, Donald Trump is a member of the elites. Donald Trump is not a poor guy. He's a multi-billion-dollar man. He's into business. He's not into all this populist bullshit that he sells you. I know you like him. I have no issue with that, but I don't want you to be misled about the idea that this guy, Donald Trump, if he's defeated, he destroyed the elite. He is the elite. He's all in it for the money. He just got $2 billion, his son-in-law from Saudi Arabia. In 4 years as president, he never delivered for the poor white Americans or the populist Americans, or the people who came to his rallies. The only thing he delivered was a $2 billion tax cut. A $2 trillion tax cut for the rich, for the top 1% or 10%. So he never delivered anything. So that's another false hero. That's why I'm trying to get the message through. You don't need that. These people are nothing but con artists. Let me give you another video of this of Charlie. This is okay. Let's listen to the video first, and we'll go into it. Okay, share, right? Share. You know, I'm not good at this garbage here. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. This is Charlie Kirk again. As you know, they had an accident, train accident that happened in Ohio, in Palestine, Ohio, East Palestine. Now, before the Obama, I'm not trying to say the Obama was good. The Obama administration had put a lot of regulation on the rail services. They had to change brakes. They had to do a lot of things, hire more workers. They made it tough on them to bring up to date the mechanism of these trains and how they operate and how much workers they should have. This car had this train had 150 cars. That's about that's a highway here. 100, of course, when you press the brake, you know how long it's going to take to stop? So what happened? Donald Trump deregulated it. He said, "Nah, you don't need to." But I want to show you how he's going to turn a tragedy that has nothing to do with black and white or anything or economic. It has to do with the government deregulating the railroad industry because of the lobbyists, and it costs lives. Nobody has died yet, but trust me, a lot of people will probably get cancer, a lot of issues there. But look how he wants to weaponize it and create a situation that's not there. He wants to create a tribalism war. Look what he said. Does it make sense to you? I want to talk to my brothers and sisters. My white brothers, please listen to me. I'm on your side, man. I got the hat. I got everything. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to be with a posse with you guys. Let's go.
Member of the Biden regime would dare to go to this portion of Ohio and breathe in the air because they know it's dangerous.
Okay. Let me interfere. The governor, I think his name is D1 or everything. They offered him help. When the incident happened, he said, "No, we don't need it." He said, "Listen, the president of the United States, whether you like him or not, or the government of the United States, it's not a regime. It's an elected government of the United States. The word regime is nothing but to vilify the Biden administration and make us think that they are a third world country. This is America. This is not no fucking dictatorship. Charlie douchebag Brown, what's his name? Charlie Kirk. So he's saying nobody would dare go there. They offered, and you cannot go because we have state rights. Remember, the federal government cannot go into Ohio unless they're invited by the governor of Ohio. They can't. They cannot even put $1 in there unless the government will say yes. Okay, the microphone is working. I hope it's working. Until the government say yes, you should come. But he's lying. Look how far he's gonna go. And how dangerous he's going to go. These people are dangerous, man. Look.
They know that it is actively poisoning the citizens of Eastern Ohio. So why is it that they kind of shrug their shoulders and they say, yeah, okay, whatever. It's very simple. It's because the war on white people continues.
It's the war on white people. Okay. Did the train actually, was it a terrorist attack? Did they know that that town was going to be white? What the accident was going to happen? Ohio, the governor is white, the Senate is white, the House is white, the Attorney General is white. Ohio is fucking red, ruby red. So I don't know who's declaring war on the white people by having an accident. The people who declared war, if you want to call them the white people, is Donald Trump's administration. When they deregulated the trains in order to appease the corporations. They just had a strike a couple months ago. Everybody was trying to help them. And the workers would say, we need more help. You need to hire more people. People need to take off. And nobody listened to them. So this has nothing, you see, this is the problem here. He wants to make the issue as a white and black issue, the war against the white. They hate the white people. They hate you. Look at that. Even the trains. The train had an accident. Oh, it's a fucking town. East Palestine is a town of 5,000 people. It has no importance. And nobody's going to blow up a train there, or they're going to have an accident on purpose just to hurt these people. It has nothing to do with it. It's an accident. But the problem is you got to hold not only the government accountable, you got to hold these companies accountable. They're giving them $1,000 and tell them to go home. No, don't give them $1,000. You better tell them to get out of the fucking town until it clears up, because you don't want people after 20 years to come up with cancer like what happened 9/11 in New York City. Let's go. Let's finish this guy. These are grifters. These are the most dangerous people, not to us. I don't care, because I know who he is. The problem is he's dangerous to those who follow them and believe in his bullshit and lies. Charlie Kirk is nothing but a grifter. He's a college dropout. He's a multimillionaire. He makes a lot of money out of, Turning Point USA. He's not making nothing. He's rich. You're not. Let's continue to hear what he has to say.
Oh, that's what it is. I almost forgot. Okay. It was the war on white people,
okay, that was
that's going on in the country.
Because I got this from the Young Turk. I could not get that someplace else. Let me see if there's any more. Because, okay, let's see. Hold on. Okay. Anyway. Charlie Kirk, you still got more or no? Let me see. Oh, hold on. Okay.
You haven't cared about them and other reasons or other portions, and I will prove it to you.
Okay, hold on.
Prove it to you. Eastern Ohio.
Okay, wait.
Class voters in Eastern Ohio. You haven't cared about them and other reasons or other portions, and I will prove it to you. If this train derailment happened in downtown Atlanta, in the densely populated black neighborhoods, this would be the #1 news story. It would be Flint Water Crisis 2.0. There would be clamoring and activism and talks for reparations.
Okay, let me get rid of this. Charlie Kirk is a fucking piece of shit. Can we agree on that? What the fuck does it have to do with black people in Atlanta? What does it have to do with reparation for the slaves? There's a problem here, America, especially white America. My brothers and sisters in the white community. Actually, according to the United States, I'm white. I'm white just like you. But I know you don't consider me white. It's okay. I'm a human being. I'm a person. What I want to let you know is it's not a war against white people. It's an accident that happened because of what? White greed and government fuckery. Obama, I do not like Obama's presidency. I will curse him from day to night, but he did have regulations on this in this industry, because some of these companies haven't changed brakes in 100 years. They're using mechanics from 100 years ago. They have not changed or upgraded these trains. So when Obama's presidency was over, Donald Trump reversed these regulations. Now they're upset because Biden said he did not reinforce their regulation. You can't have both, man. Let's see. Okay, let's see another grifter here. I know he's your hero, but he's another fucking grifter here. Let's see if I can find him. Okay, hold on. Come here.
But as you're about to hear, it very much.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to get out of the way because I want you to see the whole video, man. I want to show you this is nothing but a grift. Here's another. This guy makes $35 million a year. He makes $35 million a year. All he does every night, he just asking questions. Why is this? They want to replace us. He doesn't give a fuck about you. He's making $35 million a year. He got all these streams of money. That's just from Fox. He doesn't give a damn about these people in Ohio. Now, listen what he has today. This is not responsibility of a journalist. Let's see what Tucker Carlson, the hero, has to say.
White, and it's politically conservative. More than 70%.
Wait, let me start again.
East Palestine is overwhelmingly white, and it's politically conservative. More than 70% of the voters in the surrounding county supported Donald Trump in the last election. That shouldn't be relevant, but as you're about to hear, it very much is. 11 days ago, a 150-car train derailed in East Palestine, and when it did, it spewed poisonous chemicals onto the ground and into the surface waters. After the crash, the Ohio State EPA found evidence of butyl acrylate in the Ohio River, as well as in the creeks and streams that feed it. Now, this was a concern for more than simply East Palestine, given that the Ohio River supplies drinking water to about 1/10 of the entire U.S. population. So this train derailment was an environmental disaster. Not an environmental disaster like climate change is, but an actual environmental disaster.
Okay. He didn't answer your question, right? He started the segment by saying, well, it should not be surprised that this town is all white and they're white and they voted for Trump and they're conservatives and it should not be relevant, but it is. It was irrelevant. That's dangerous. This guy is lying to you. This guy is a piece of shit. He is not your hero. You got to pick your real leaders. These are not your leaders, people who come on fucking U-Haul trucks, who dress differently or has a one eye patch. These are not. You are the leader of this country. You are the majority in the United States. It's undisputed. We are part of this beautiful country, and we should be together and hold it together like glue. We have a beautiful country, but these people, they don't care. It's all about the money. You saw what he said. This guy has 3 million viewers, Tucker Carlson. The first thing he does, East Palestine is all white, and they all voted, they're all conservative, and they all voted for Donald Trump. This should not be relevant, but it is. What was relevant? He didn't tell you what the relevancy is. Did this train actually pick that town because they want to get rid of 5,000 voters? Are you fucking serious, man? I hope you guys understand. I want to talk this today. Poverty is a problem. Poverty is a persistent issue that affects millions of people in the United States and even around the world. The impact of poverty is not felt equally across different racial and ethnic grounds in the United States, right? Okay, let me see. So, white people are poor. They're not rich. The majority of white people are poor people. They live in fucked up towns and villages, and they have no access to hospital, not to health care. They have no fucking insurance. They have disability issues. They have mental issues. They have the fucking opiate crisis, man. It's killing almost 200 white kids a day. That's a fucking crisis. Not the train. If these heroes here, white hopes who wants to save the white race, we got, no. The opiate crisis. You know who is it? The Sackler family and pharmacy injected Oxycontin. I don't know what the fuck it's called. Opiate. Directly in the South, West Virginia, Alabama, Kentucky. They say they did that because that's where people work with their hands. Who lives there? Mostly whites in the Appalachia region. They're all fucking addicted to opiate. They're all dying like flies. That's a fucking problem. You haven't heard him address that. Have you heard Tucker Carlson tell you about the Sackler family? That's his bosses. That's who feeds him. Corporate America feeds these people. These people are owned. Like the people on the left, they're owned too. I'm not telling you that we're the left, they're the fucking angels. But the problem here is that they're using one people against the other. They're creating this crisis. Oh, they're going to take over the country. That white people are going to lose their grievances. They're going to lose their privileges. Excuse me. What privileges? You don't have shit. You have like 10% who are elites and rich. The rest are fucking poor as me. I've been in Tennessee. Shit. I've been in Nashville. I've been in Alabama. Poor people, man, just like me. You know, they're making ends meet. Poor people, they're trying to make it through. The factories were decimated by NAFTA, by investment to China. When we took everything, when we took all the factories overseas and we left them hanging, they dying there. Alcoholism is killing them. Oh, that's the fucking problem you have. Let's get back to the train thing. This is the governor the next day.
You have not done so. That you don't feel like
hold
there's
on.
Governor, in your news conference yesterday, you said you had spoken to President Biden a few days earlier, and the president offered federal assistance. Said, "Don't hesitate to call." You said yesterday that you have not done so. That you don't.
You see, the president of the United States called the governor of Ohio, who's a Republican, said, "Anything you need, should we come and help you?" He said, "No, we're okay. Everything is okay." You know why? Because he's probably owned by the rail company. They were trying to make it hush hush. They had poison there, that poison from World War I, the way they used to use in World War I, and what do you call this? Gas. What do you call it? These selling gas. They used to use these gases for wars. I don't know what they call it. You know what happened? Donald Trump deregulated even the classification of these gases because they're supposed to be carried in special trains under special circumstances. You know why they blew them up? Because they had to be cold a certain temperature. If not, they were going to blow up on their own. So what they decided, they just put them in a little spot there. They blew them up and they didn't care. And the problem is they're giving $1,000 to these to people who are desperate. Don't take the money. Take the money and get out of here. Come to New York. Don't stay there. You're going to get poisoned. Don't believe these people. We saw 9/11. I live in New York City. A lot of people died from cancer. The firefighters who ran, the heroes who ran to try to save. There was no people to save. Just try to help people. All died from cancer, from a fucking building. Imagine what this poison is going to do to these people in the long run, to their children, to their waterway. Let's listen to the governor of Ohio first. I want to show you that it has nothing to do with Biden or that. It has to do with the local government and these asswipes who want to turn it into a white and black thing. Oh, it's a war on white people. How the fuck is it a war on white people? How? That a car have an accident from a company that Donald Trump deregulated in a state, the governor is a Republican, the mayor is a Republican, the senator of Ohio is Republican, the House is Republican. Every Tom and Dick and Harry is Republican in that state. What war are you talking about? These are the evildoers, man. These are the grifters. Stop listening to them. You think Charlie Kirk probably makes tens of millions of dollars. You saw how much they offered Stephen Crowder. They offered him $12 million for a fucking YouTube channel. And he said it was not enough. Imagine what this guy makes. It's all about the money. It's all about the Benjamin. They don't give a fuck about you, man. Let's continue. Let's listen what the governor has to say. I didn't see this yet.
I feel like there's a need that you have, I'll quote you here. If we were seeing a problem or anything like that, you would call, but you said you're not seeing it. Explain the rationale there. Why not get the federal government more involved in what is a significant site?
No, that's not what I said. What I said yesterday is that I told the president that the federal government was involved. We had used the Defense Department to model. Our National Guard was working directly with the Defense Department to model when the controlled
he didn't say that. He's lying.
mission was going to take place, how far out that was going to do. The U.S. EPA has been on the scene from the very beginning. The transportation people are in there working to determine exactly the cause of this wreck. So, no, what I said to the president is if I need additional help, we'll tell you, but the people who have been in here from the federal government are doing a very good job.
He's lying. He's lying. He said we don't need any. Sorry, what happened? Let me get rid of. I almost got rid of my stuff out of there. He said we all right. We don't need anything. I'm trying to find the other grifter here. I hope I could find him. I'm not gonna let these grifters get away today. But I want to show you it's all lies, man. It's all lies. How the hell am I gonna get rid of this guy, man? Is this him? Remove, right? Yeah, that was him. I'm looking for the biggest grifter on YouTube. Where is he? Let me see if I can find him.
In Center City, police say it started.
No, these are the idiots.
Put together.
Oh, man. Please, let me find him, man. Okay. Hold on. Let me look for him, okay? Give me a second, please. Anyway, these are all lies, man. Here's another idiot.
And stretched all the way to Penn's Landing. They also say along that route, counter-protesters erupted. And this is video sent to Eyewitness News from a counter-protester. Police say about 200 people affiliated with the group Patriot Front took part in the protest. Officers say that they were wearing face coverings and carrying flags and shields. They were also chanting "Reclaim America" and "The election was stolen." As the group made their way across Center City, police say multiple fights broke out with counter-protesters. They say at one point smoke bombs went off. We spoke with one of the counter-protesters who says that he was injured during the confrontation. He says he was surprised not only that the rally was happening, but that others jumped in to stand.
You see what I'm saying? You don't need these people coming fucking trucks and you're scaring people away to your cause, man. You need allies. You don't need to make enemy of everybody. You're not going to win this way. They're going to demonize you and destroy you. The FBI is going to destroy you, man. I know I know I'm talking stuff. Maybe a lot of people say mind your business, but I know what I'm talking about. I don't like this issue of these people who are grifters. Let's see. Hold on. Let me see. I gotta get this guy. I have to. Let me see.
Biden institutes a government-wide system of...
Shut up. Joe Biden, you piece of shit. Fucking thief, man. Let me try to find him, man. Hold on. Okay, hold on. Give me a second, man. Forgive me, man. I know you guys going to go in there. I got to go to the next channel. Watch and learn, man. Trying to help you here, man. Let me see if I can find this garbage. Hey, there he goes. They said you can't share more than 10 videos. Let me get rid of this. Wait. Let me get rid of this piece of shit out of here. Get off my fucking video. Yeah, you like that? You know what I'm saying? Here, I got to get you. This is the biggest. Here's another multi-millionaire who makes his money out of lies.
Damaging equipment in what
local... There he goes. Hold on.
Targeted attack that cut off power to...
Hold on. Okay. You know who this is, right? We don't need to... Hold on. No. This is Tim Pool. Let's listen first. I want to expose you how he's a liar. Listen to what he has to say. Let's go, Tim. This is another grifter who when I go and watch his fucking channel, people are giving hundreds of dollars, $50. He'll make like $10,000 just from people. Why are you giving him away your money? For what? What is he doing for you? He's a phone. He's a fake on phone. Look at him. He just wake up from sleep and he's making this shit up. Let's listen to what he has to say first. This is
damaging equipment in what local authorities called a targeted attack that cut off power to more than 45,000 people. So how is it that we are suggesting it is accidental? We have right here direct statements in the press. Extremist groups did attack our power grid. What about the train? Remember when It's Going Down, the far left extremist website, gave instructions on how to derail trains? And now trains are derailed.
He's lying. He wants to blame this on what it is called, NAFTA? No, NAFTA, Antifa. No, Antifa is a bunch of white kids, suburban white kids. Oh, you guys, white on white shit, man. We don't have nothing to do with this shit.
And they're full of chemicals and they're exploding. Yeah, I don't know. Trains derail, man. They really do. So what can be said? Is it a network of terrorists that are attacking our grid? And maybe. But what can you do?
Okay, you see the article right here? It's from Time Magazine. See it? This is the headline. Is there something more sinister going on? See, I want to show you how he's a fucking piece of shit. He's a liar. He's not going to read the whole article for you. He's just going to give you what you want to hear so you could watch his channel and he could become richer and richer. He probably makes around $50 million a month. These people are multi-million dollar. They make their money on lies, man. You know, I want to be right next to him. I should be up front. Let's see. Let's listen to what he has to say. I'm not going to
do with this information.
All right.
Whether or not it's true is not what matters. Though it does play a role. If it's true that there is a network of extremists sabotaging U.S. infrastructure, then oh boy. I would argue that you should increase the amount of guns in your possession.
All right. His advice to you is you should get more guns. Okay, what are you going to shoot? The trains? This is the article he forgot to read to you. What does it say here, man? I want to read it to you. He was reading from that. Okay. It's not clear who's behind all this, but the surge has alarmed federal officials and security analysts who warned last year of credible specific plans by violent domestic groups to attack the power grids. He was just talking about that. He just blamed it on Antifa. Violent conspiracy focused on targeting and destroying energy infrastructures have become one of the top themes on extremist social media platforms and messaging apps. In each of the last 3 years, law enforcement have foiled plots by who? Right-wing extremists. It's by these guys, we got to destroy America. We got to start a civil war because if we start a civil war, you're not going to do nothing, man. They got Apaches. You're not going to do shit. You just shut the fuck up. You need to relax and take a deep breath. We need people who are smart. If you want to advocate for your community, if you think white America is under a siege, you need to advocate for real shit, like real jobs for these people, real education, real health care, infrastructure. That's what they need. You need a real war on drugs, not this bullshit chasing people for a bag of weed on corporate America that got America addicted, especially that side of the country or that part of the country addicted to opiate. Now they're dropping like flies. That's what you need to go after. I had written a lot of shit I want to read. I write a lot of shit, but I'm not going to read anything. I'm just going to tell you the facts, man. And I really mean it from my heart. I'm not making this shit. I'm not trying to be all bossy and shit and everything like that. I just want to tell you the truth. Let's listen to more videos. Let me see what this video is. I don't know how I got it. Let me see what it says.
It was referring to, was passed in 2015. Donald Trump was not president at that time. Okay, so it was actually Obama and Biden's law.
No. I want you to watch. This is the biggest fucking lie on TV. This is another scumbag. Sean Hannity, I grew up listening to him. WABC 77 New York. He started in Alabama as a radio, as a college. He's the biggest. You know how many houses? He owns more than 10 different houses that he rents throughout the whole South and Midwest. He's the biggest landlord in the United States. You don't know that, did you? No, he's not a hero. No, he's not the hero. He's a fucking other grifter. Let's see what this grifter has to say. Look how he lies.
Pete says that it's Trump's fault. They want to blame regulation changes from years ago as opposed to taking any responsibility.
We have no rules on the show. Yeah.
See? And Senator Vance, credit to him.
Okay, the law that Pothole Pete was referring to, was passed in 2015. Okay. Donald Trump was not president at that time. Yes, so it was actually Obama and Biden's law that he was actually referring to.
He's a fucking liar. Actually, in 2015, Obama, the administration, put harsh regulation on these fucking trains, and Donald Trump deregulated. You see, they skipped that. These are a bunch of fucking pussies. These are dick lickers. He's lying. He's lying right to your faces. All you have to do is just Google it, man. It's not like before. Let me see. Let me finish with this segment. I'm getting tired. Good.
Regulations meant to increase the safety of trains carrying oil are going away. The Trump administration rolling back those Obama-era rules.
And that's causing alarm from lawmakers in both Oregon and Washington. Our Eileen Park joins us now live to explain what's going on here.
Jennifer and Jeff, 2 years ago, the Obama administration said that trains carrying highly explosive liquids must have electronically controlled brakes installed by 2021. But those brakes are expensive, and the U.S. Department of Transportation now says the costs exceed the benefits.
See?
In
That's
June
Donald
of 2016, a Union Pacific train towing a highly volatile type of oil derailed. It happened in the small Columbia River town of Mosier, just 10 minutes away from Hood River.
Okay, hold on. Let's go. These are the hypocrites who lie to you. Listen what the grifters have to say.
Pete says that it's Trump's fault. They want to blame regulation changes from years ago as opposed to taking any responsibility.
Listen, open your eyes, man. Open your eyes.
Senator Vance, credit to him.
Okay, the law that Pothole Pete was referring to,
Look at it. Look how he's going to skip Donald Trump. Oh, it was started in 2015. Now Biden's president, but he missed the 4 years between.
It was passed in 2015.
Yes.
Donald Trump was not president at that time.
I know
so
he was.
It was actually Obama and Biden's law that he was actually referring to.
Regulations meant to increase the safety of trains carrying oil are going away. The Trump administration rolling back those Obama-era rules.
And that's causing alarm from lawmakers in both Oregon and Washington. Our Eileen Park joins us now live to explain what's going on here.
Jennifer and Jeff, 2 years ago, the Obama administration said that trains carrying highly explosive liquids must have electronically controlled brakes installed by 2021. But those brakes are expensive, and the U.S. Department of Transportation now says the costs exceed the benefits.
See?
In June of 2016, a Union Pacific train towing a highly volatile type of oil derailed. It happened in the small Columbia River town of Mosier, just 10 minutes away from Hood River. An estimated 42,000 gallons of the crude oil spilled, sparking a massive fire that burned for 14 hours. The Federal Railroad Administration said electronic brakes could have reduced the severity of the derailment.
Thank you.
The very brakes the Trump administration decided were no longer required.
That's the douchebag right there who fucked you up. That's the fucking guy. That's the guy who declared war on white people. He sold out to corporate America. Anyway, I gotta go, man. I just had to do this, not because I'm trying to play like I know things or anything like that. I just want to give you the facts. These people are fucking around with your lives, man. Donald Trump deregulated these trains, and they were ordered to have electronic brakes by 2021 because they were too expensive. Donald Trump deregulated them and left them 100-year-old brakes. And this is what happens. And you have somebody like Charlie Kirk will come on thing and start talking about if this is a war on white. If it was in Atlanta where black people are, they would be represented. What does it have to do with black people, man? Charlie Kirk, what does it have to do with black people in Atlanta? I don't understand that. Yeah, man. It's up to you guys. Wake up. Open your eyes. Open your eyes, man. These are all gifters. They're all making money off you. They're all lying, man. Anyway, man, until we meet next time. Hope you enjoyed the show. Support the channel, man. Thank you.